Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion, something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as number one.
Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh has said he wants to see Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Bud Crawford. What is your honest thoughts on that as an opportunity and a potential fight?
Oh, it's always is a chance there, right? We'll see, but always is a chance there, and we're here to make the best deals, and always a chance.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., one of boxing's greatest defensive masterminds, has shared his insights on a potential blockbuster fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford as an undefeated champion who has faced Alvarez in the ring and closely followed Crawford's rise. Mayweather's perspective carries significant weight. His breakdown of this matchup considers both fighters' strengths and weaknesses, as well as the strategic elements that could determine the outcome.
I had a chance to hang around Earl, had a chance to hang around Terence, and both guys, class act, both. I'm proud of Terence Crawford. I'm proud of him. But you know, after the fight, after all the Terence Crawford fights, I always text him or call him and say congratulations. With Earl Spence, same thing. You know, a lot of times you're gonna hear certain things. You know, I'm not jealous of these fighters. I'm proud of these fighters. I'm for real. I'm very, very proud of these fighters.
Mayweather's analysis is particularly interesting because he was the first to expose Canelo Alvarez's weaknesses when they fought in 2013. At the time, Alvarez was an undefeated rising star with an impressive record, but he struggled against Mayweather's superior boxing IQ, defensive skills, and counter-punching ability in that fight. Mayweather showcased why he was levels above the competition, winning a majority decision despite the fight being one-sided in his favor.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because, you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
His ability to evade Canelo Alvarez's punches and land clean counters highlighted the Mexican fighter's difficulties against elusive boxers over the years. Canelo Alvarez has dramatically improved his skills, becoming a multiple division world champion and dominating various weight classes. However, Mayweather still believes that technical fighters like Crawford could pose significant challenges. For Alvarez,
right now, in your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can't put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion, something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as number one.
Mayweather has also been vocal in his admiration for Terence Crawford, often calling him the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Crawford's ability to switch stances seamlessly between orthodox and southpaw makes him one of the most unpredictable fighters in boxing. His high ring IQ allows him to read his opponents and adjust his strategy mid-fight, an ability that Mayweather himself was known for during his career. Crawford has displayed his dominance in the welterweight division, with his dismantling of Errol Spence Jr. proving that he is on another level. However, the biggest question surrounding a potential fight with Canelo Alvarez is whether Crawford can carry his skills up to a higher weight class and withstand the power of a naturally bigger fighter. Canelo Alvarez is known for his devastating power, particularly his left hook and body shots, which have broken down some of the best fighters in the world. His ability to absorb punches and walk through shots has made him a feared opponent in multiple divisions. Having fought as high as 175 lb, he has a clear advantage in terms of size and strength over Crawford, who has never fought above 147 lbs. Canelo has also improved his defense significantly since his loss to Mayweather, incorporating head movement, and upper body slips to avoid punches more effectively. However, one of Canelo's lingering weaknesses is his struggle against fighters with elite movement and defensive skills. Fighters like Dimitri Bivol, who defeated Canelo in a dominant display, used lateral movement, foot speed, and counterpunching to neutralize his power. Mayweather sees similarities between Bivol and Crawford, particularly in the way they can frustrate opponents with their boxing IQ. Crawford's strengths lie in his ability to control the pace of a fight, land precise counterpunches, and adjust his strategy depending on his opponent's style. His knockout power at welterweight has been undeniable, but against Canelo, the question remains whether his punches would carry enough impact to keep the Mexican champion at bay. One concern for Crawford is that he sometimes takes a few rounds to adjust before dominating his opponents. Against a powerful puncher like Canelo, a slow start could be costly. If he gets caught with a big shot early, it might be difficult for him to recover, especially at a higher weight class.
Top 5 fighters right now in boxing. That's your top 5 right now in boxing, not your that top 5 in boxing right now. Right now.
Champions or just anybody?
Top 5 right now.
Shakur #1, hands down. Tank, he up there. Canelo, Inoue, Tyson Fury.
Damn. That's now beforehand. Back in the day. Who top?
Mayweather has pointed out that while Canelo is an elite fighter, Crawford's technical skill set gives him a legitimate chance to win. He believes that Crawford's superior footwork and counterpunching ability could cause Canelo significant problems. However, he also acknowledges that weight plays a crucial role in boxing, and Canelo's experience at higher weight classes could make the difference if the fight were to take place at super middleweight. Canelo would have a natural size and strength advantage, making it much harder for Crawford to execute his game plan. If a catch weight of around 160 lbs were agreed upon, it could level the playing field and allow Crawford to retain his speed advantage without giving up too much power. One of the biggest misconceptions in boxing is that Crawford's win over Errol Spence Jr. at 147 lbs means he could do the same to Canelo Alvarez. Mayweather has cautioned against this comparison, explaining that Spence and Canelo are very different fighters. While Spence was a dominant welterweight, he does not possess the same power and physical presence as Canelo. Additionally, Spence had never faced an elite counterpuncher like Crawford, whereas Canelo has already gone up against some of the best defensive fighters in the world, including Mayweather himself. Canelo has also proven that he can take punches from bigger fighters, something Crawford has never had to deal with in his career. If this fight were to happen, there are 2 primary scenarios in which it could play out. If Canelo successfully pressures Crawford, cuts off the ring, and lands his power shots, he could overwhelm Crawford and win either by knockout or a decisive decision. Canelo's ability to invest in body shots and wear down opponents has been a key strategy in many of his victories, and it could prove effective against Crawford, who has never faced someone with Canelo's punching power. On the other hand, if Crawford can use his movement, ring IQ, and counter-punching skills to outbox Canelo, he could win by decision in a fight similar to Mayweather's victory over Alvarez. The key for Crawford would be to avoid prolonged exchanges and keep Canelo from setting his feet to land power shots.
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. Power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.